Hello, welcome to the class. In the last video, we have seen Mukesh, Mukesh's family, how they were engaged in bangle making. We have seen that how his grandmother was fatalist, believed in destiny. She thought that if we are born in the caste of bangle maker, then we have to live our lives in the same caste, doing the same profession. Now let's see what happens. In the house, in the yard, in every other house, every other yard, every street in Firozabad. In Firozabad, wherever eyes could go, wherever one could see, there were only bangles and bangles and bangles. In one house, in other's house, in one yard, in other's yard, in the streets of Firozabad, everywhere there were only bangles and bangles. Spirals of bangles, sunny gold, paddy green, royal blue, pink, purple, every color born out of the 7 colors of the rainbow lie in mounds in unkempt yards, are piled on four-wheeled handcarts pushed by young men along the narrow lanes of the shanty town. Spirals of bangles, coils of bangles, different colored bangles, paddy green, sunny gold, royal blue, almost all colored bangles, almost all the colors which come out of 7 colors of rainbow were lying in unkempt yard. Unkempt means children, dirty and disorderly yard. And after that, the bangles were piled. The bangles were kept in heap on the hand carts, and the hand carts were pushed by the young men along the narrow streets of shanty town. Shanty. Shanty means hovel, hut. Shanty town means town of huts. What is here town of huts? Which town is town of huts? Firozabad. The narrator here tells about Firozabad that was shanty town, means it was town of huts. So where were bangles carried? Bangles were carried along the narrow lanes of the town of Firozabad. By whom? By the young men. Which colored bangles were there? Bangles were there of almost all colors which come out of 7 colors of the rainbow. And in dark hutments, next to lines of flames of flickering oil lamps, sit boys and girls with their fathers and mothers welding pieces of colored glass into circles of bangles. And in dark hutments, hutment means hut or a group of huts also. In the dark hutments means in the dark huts, beside the flickering light of the oil lamp, beside the blinking light of the oil lamp, the light which was not steady, the boys and girls were sitting with their fathers and mothers. And what were they doing there? They were welding. They were joining the colored glasses into the circles of bangles. Their eyes are more adjusted to the dark than to the light outside. That is why they often end up losing their eyesight before they become adults. As those children always day and night work in dingy cells, in dark and dirty rooms, so their eyes have become more adjusted, have become more accustomed to the darkness than to daylight. And that's the reason that many of the children, before being adult, lose the brightness of their eyes, lose their eyesight, and in this way their life is spoiled. Sarita, a young girl in a drab pink dress, drab dull pink dress, not bright, sits alongside an elderly woman, shouldering pieces of glass. Now here the writer refers to a girl child. Her name is Sarita. What is she doing? Sarita is sitting beside an elderly woman. Maybe the woman would be her mother or aunt. She is sitting beside her, and what is she doing? She is shouldering pieces of glass. She is welding pieces of glass. She is joining pieces of glass. As her hands move mechanically like the tongues of a machine, I wonder if she knows the sanctity of the bangles she helps make. Her hands were moving fast, doing this work, just like the tongues of machine. Tongue, the part of machine, which is used to take hold of something. Her hands were moving mechanically like tongues of machine. The writer says that she was hardly knowing the sanctity of the bangles, the sacredness of the bangles, the holiness of the bangles. Means she had no idea that bangles are so sacred, so holy. It symbolizes an Indian woman's suhag, auspiciousness in the marriage. What are bangles in India? In India, bangles are symbol of suhag, married life, auspiciousness of married life. But the girl, Sarita, who was doing this work, who was helping to make bangles, was unknown to this fact. It will dawn on her suddenly one day when her head is dabbed with a red veil, her hands dyed red with henna, and red bangles rolled onto her wrist. Of course, one day she would know what is the sanctity of bangles, what is the sacredness of bangles. When? When she will be married. When? When she will put on dark red veil over her head. When henna will be applied on her hands. When she will put on red bangles herself. That time she must know the sanctity of bangles, but now she is not knowing it. Who thinks this? The narrator thinks this. Seeing Sarita working for bangles. She will then become a bride, like the old man beside her who became one many years ago. She still has bangles on her wrist, but no light in her eyes. As the elderly woman is married in the same way, then Sarita will be also married. This elderly woman also so many years before had become bride. Still, on the wrist of the elderly woman, bangles are rolling. But alas, bangles are still on her hand, but she has lost her eyesight. She has lost the brightness of her eyes, working for bangles. Means the same bangles which are the symbol of Suhag had taken her eyesight. एक वक्त शेर भर खाना भी नहीं खाया, she said in a voice drained of joy. She told the narrator that I have been working only for bangles, but I couldn't have eaten even one full meal. I couldn't have eaten to my heart's content ever, she told the narrator. That's what she has. Or she has not enjoyed even one full meal in her entire lifetime. That's what she has reaped. She told in her own language, so her husband, who was a bearded man, who had long beard, explained it to the narrator. Her husband told that she wants to say that her life passed making the bangles, but till now she has not got even one full meal. So this is the achievement of her whole life. This is her lifetime achievement for bangle making. Means he wanted to say that the bangle making is not profitable business for them. I know nothing except bangles. All I have done is make a house for the family to live in. Her husband says that I myself passed my life only working for bangles. Except bangles, I don't know anything. I only made bangles. But what is my lifetime achievement? He told that his lifetime achievement was the house. Anyway, he could get one house. He could build one house. That was his achievement for working for bangles. Hearing him, one wonders if he has achieved what many have failed in their lifetime. He has a roof over his head. Hearing him, the narrator says that one may wonder that at least he has a roof over his head. At least he has got a house. But there are so many who have failed in their lifetime, even in building a house for himself. The cry of not having money to do anything except carry on the business of making bangles, not even enough to eat, rings in every home. This is the grudge of every house. This is the complaint of every house in Firozabad that they have no sufficient food to eat. They have no money that they can start any other business. This complaint was echoing, resounding from every house of Firozabad. The young men echo the lament of their elders. Like the elders, the young men were also tired of this business, were also tired of their life. They were also lamenting like the old man. They were also regretting, feeling sorry like the old man. Means the condition of the old and young and the children was same. Little has moved with time, it seems, in Firozabad. Although so many generations have passed doing the same business, but in Firozabad there had been little improvement in the status of the bangle makers. Years of mind-numbing toil have killed all initiative and the ability to dream. Mind-numbing toil. First of all, toil. What does toil mean? Toil means labor, hard labor. Due to hard labor, their mind has stopped working. Due to hard labor, their ability to dream, their ability to think, their ability to take any lead has stopped. They have accepted defeat. They have given up. Why not organize yourself into a cooperative? I ask a group of young men who have fallen into the vicious circle of middlemen who trap their fathers and forefathers. Then the narrator asks the group of some young men that if you are facing this problem, why don't you make a union? Why don't you make an association to put your demand before the government? These were such young men who were the victim of some middlemen. Middlemen means agents. Those agents who had trapped them by their false promises that we will do this for you, we will do that for you. The young men, their fathers, their grandfathers, all were trapped by the sweet words, by the false promises of the agents. Middlemen means agents. Even if we get organized, we are the ones who will be hauled up by the police, beaten and dragged to jail for doing something illegal, they say. Then the young men told that we have tried sometimes to organize ourselves, but it was useless. When we try to do it, we are beaten by the police. We are taken to the jail and we are told that it is illegal. They say there is no leader among them, no one who could help them see things differently. Their fathers are as tired as they are. They have no leader. Why? Because no one dares to do. No one has courage to lead. If they try, they will be caught. They will be behind bars. So no one dares. That's why they have no leaders. They have to say, the young men have to say that no one comes to help them. No one comes here who will see the situation, who will see our situation in different way and help us. They talk endlessly in a spiral that moves from poverty to apathy, to greed and to injustice. Their complaints were unending, just like coal. They had several complaints like poverty, like apathy. Apathy means lack of interest, injustice, greed. Now, word meaning. So now some questions. What did the boys and girls do with their fathers and mothers? Answer is the boys and girls sitting with their fathers and mothers used to join the colored glasses into the bangles. My second question is, who was Savita and what was she doing? Savita was a young girl sitting beside an elderly woman. She was welding the pieces of glasses. Then question number 3. What did the elderly woman tell the narrator? The elderly woman told the narrator that in her whole life she couldn't eat even one full meal.